G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 126 of the Emergency Storage Shed Cleanout series, and what a series it is. One episode every week, something out of this shed every week. We're making space, still a long way to the back wall. I've got a bit of a change of plan from where I'm going to go now. Let me show you and we'll talk through it. Now, last episode, for those who were watching, we emptied this, it's got a retro-y, brightly coloured cupboard of old car manuals, and we've ended up with some pretty good value out of those. Some of them are on eBay, and we'll touch on that in our eBay series to see how they're going. I might add some of them have bids, which is pretty cool. I was going to get this cupboard out next, so it's now empty and I will be selling it, but I thought rather than get that cupboard out and just do a standalone video on that cupboard, which would be a very short video, we might wait until we unearth that other cupboard. Well, when I say unearth, it's not under earth. When we unbox, no, that's not quite right either. When we rescue that vintage cupboard in there next to it. I don't know really what it is or if it's got a lot of value, but we'll probably deal with those two things together. So to get that one out, we need to get some more boxes down. We have prints and stuff on top, but some of these boxes are behind this shelf unit in the middle of the room. So I thought we might switch back onto this shelf unit. We had already done the bottom shelf. We've got some vintage TVs, computer monitors, some sort of boom box, parts drawer, an old video player. Is that a beta one? An Epsom, that's one of those dot matrix printers. Who loves that old sound? Do you remember that sound they used to make? I'm not going to try and imitate it. CRT TV up the top, and I don't know what's in those crates. So I think we'll start at the top, just because I can. And look, it's my channel, I'll do what I want. We'll get that CRT monitor down and deal with that. And if that's quick, perhaps we will then just duck straight down to the bottom and deal with perhaps the TV. I think it's a TV in the middle. That way we've got a video just on two vintage CRT TVs. I don't know, they might end up repair jobs, we might end up scrapping them. First thing to do is to get them through to the bench and test them. Okay, it wasn't quite as heavy as I was expecting. I thought I'd have to get a ladder, but I managed to edge it forward and then I caught it with my head. That's using my head. And it's one very dirty vintage JVC TV. So we'll check that out. Hopefully it works and we can just put it straight in the shop. I don't expect it's going to be eBay worthy, but you never know. These old CRT tellies are quite popular now for the retro gaming community. I think it's just got, yeah, it's only got RF input, so it's not going to be overly desirable, I think. Let's see if it works though. I might as well get the other one down while we're going. Well, the other one up, it's on the bottom shelf. Now this is a cool little one. It's a Samsung, a little bit smaller. Quite a cool portable, handle on the top. I hope that one goes. It has got AV inputs, so, and RF, and another weird socket. What's that say? I don't know. I'll show you that socket in a minute, but hopefully that one goes. That's a cool little TV. All right, we'll not even going to wipe the dust off them. We'll plug them in first and see what happens. Let's get a better look at them first. So this JVC, I didn't measure the screen, maybe 13-inch or something. Remote control colour TV. There's a panel behind here. Gives us various controls. Okay, it is VHF and UHF by the looks of that tuner there. Let's spin it round. Here's our plaque at the back. It's a model 7255AU, I guess that's an Australian model, manufactured in Japan. Serial number, doesn't give a date. What do we reckon? It's only got RF input. I'm thinking probably early 1980s. It's not wood grain, it's kind of a silver plastic. Yeah, maybe early 80s is my guess. I could probably look that up and see how we go there. Let's have a look at the other one while we're sliding them around on the bench. Now this has a remote as well. I don't have remotes with them, but there may be one in a box somewhere. Oh, actually there's a couple of odd remotes out in the shed. I wonder if they suit. Samsung, much smaller screen. I guess we should measure the screens. Back to the JVC first. What did I estimate? 13. Well, yeah, 13. Unless it's classed as a 14, because sometimes the shroud around the edge goes over the edge of the screen, but that's measuring about 13. And if we swing around to the little Samsung, we're looking at, yeah, 9.5 inch screen. So quite tiny, but it's cute. Let's have a look at the info on that one. There we go, Samsung model CB-232Z, made in Korea. Now that's the weird plug. It's not our power cord. We have a power cord coming out one side, so I don't know what that plug is, or the socket. And there's AV sockets down there for audio. Oh, but is there no... I don't think there's any visual. That's the RF socket under there. Oh, it says audio visual. Okay. The white's the audio and the red is video, rather than the red being right channel. And does that say... yeah, that's input. Okay. So we have mono AV sockets. There's the power cord. And yeah, the cool little machine. All right, let's plug them in and see if they spring to life or we have some dramas. Okay, Mr. JVC, let's see what you got. Power on through my appliance tester. There's our on button. Red light. Didn't hear any energizing noises though. No static on the screen. Screen appears to be dead. What do we got there? I think that's a headphone socket. Do we have to wake it up with something? Channel buttons. Hang on, what's this? Push on off. There we go. Whoa! So we had a second on off button. The volume works, yes. So we've got, oh, look at this. It looks like it's going to work beautifully. Goes through the channels. Sorry, it's strobing on the camera. All right, I think we'll turn it off. That's worthy of a cleanup, and I'll hook up a DVD player or something and see if we can get a picture through it. But excellent. So tricked by the old double on-off switch. I guess that's standby and a remote control will bring it to life. I'll have to have a look, see if I've got a remote for it. All right, I'll put that aside. I'll look up its year, see what age it is. What do we reckon? Early 80s. Did I guess this one? Well, this one might be early 80s too, because it has got the AV sockets. And it is a remote control. So probably around about the same era. All right, let's swap the power cords and see if the Samsung can follow suit. All right, plugged in, power on, give it your best shot. What do you got, Mr. Samsung? Power on. Ooh. Okay. We have nothing going on here at all. We don't have, do we have any secondary on-off switches? Doesn't look like it. What do we got down the bottom here? Vertical hold master. Could that be the one? Is that a switch? Whoops. Ah, okay, the old double switch here. It must have been a thing of the early 80s. So we have an LED light, just one segment. Will we power up from here? Heard a bit of a noise. We have a little bit of static. Oh, there we go. Ooh, some weird things going on there. That's strobing a lot. The channels seem to change. No response from the volume buttons. All right, I'll turn that off because it's probably driving you crazy. But we have some life. Didn't hear any sounds though. Oh, what's, oh, that's the handle. I thought there was a secret panel up top. And we didn't have any volume down the bottom, only here. All right, we'll try that with the DVD player as well, but no noise at this stage. However, it may not kick in until there's a signal. Promising so far. Rightio. I think I'll dust them both off. They are really in reasonable condition. This one has a remains of something sticky there. think that'll come off. That one's actually pretty good, this one. There's the fold away handle. Oh, what's under there? Secret buttons. TV, video, fine tune. Very dusty. Look at that. Secret tuning buttons under the handle. Who would have thought? So I'll give that a clean up. This one's just filthy dusty. But again, cosmetically, it doesn't look too bad. I'll get them cleaned up and we'll come back to you with a DVD player and see if we can get some action on the screens and some sound from the little one. And here's the JVC all cleaned up. It actually cleaned up really well. Nothing more than just a rag and some window cleaner actually. Cleaned up excellent. It unfortunately has some scuffing and scratching to the top. I think it's in transit, something's been rubbing against it. But it is just like a silver frost. I guess you could repaint that. The case isn't damaged, it's just a bit scuffed in those spots. But everywhere else it looks great. So I've got a little test DVD player here. Because this JVC only has RF input, I've got a little AV to RF converter here. Just picked this up off eBay for, I don't know, $10 or something. So you can put the input from something like a DVD player and it gives you an RF output, which is your normal antenna lead. Just runs off 5 volts. And I've been testing a TV at the shop and playing DVDs on it, and it works really well. So I haven't tried this, so we'll see how we go. I think I have a DVD in there. I think it's actually playing. It's playing now. Okay, I've put you back in the tripod. Let's power the TV up. And it's come to life. And make sure the volume's not too loud. Right, we have a screen. Hopefully it's not flickering too much for you. It probably is. Maybe look away for a bit. I'm not sure what channel we're going to pick up the DVD player on. Alright, bear with me, I'll try and tune it in. The TV is up and running, tuned in, and it's pretty hard to watch with the flickering. If anyone knows how I'll turn that off for the moment, but it's working fine. The picture's not as clear as it should be, but I've only got a really cheap little converter here, so maybe it's not putting the best quality picture through. Maybe the TV does need some tweaking. I've tuned it in as best I can. But if anyone knows how I can easily film CRT TVs on my camera without getting all that strobing, let me know. I think it's something to do with the frame rate of the TV or something. Anyway, it works. We can take that off to the shop. I haven't looked up a year for it yet and got to work out a price, of course. But let's clean up the other little one and give that a test too. This little telly cleaned up pretty good. Most of the sticky come off the top. It's really actually a good example. There's no damage at all. A little scuffed in places, but no cracks to the plastic. So yeah, it's great. So let's power it on. And we've got the DVD player hooked up through the AV inputs. So I think we're just on normal TV. Now we still don't have any sound. But let's see if we can get that when the DVD is playing. I think there's a button in here that says TV video. Rightio. Now, is my DVD player turned on? Probably not. There we go, LG. Actually, that's a pretty good picture. Again, a bit of strobing for you guys. Just put up with that, please, for a bit, or look away, or close your eyes. We just got to see if this DVD plays. And see if we have sound when there's a signal. All right, so it's playing. Volume. So it's halfway through the movie because I don't know why. Maybe that's where it was stopped last time on the other TV. Why don't we have sound? Oh, there we go. Can we turn it up? Oh, I thought it made some sound.
Drinks are on you, sir.
Oh, there we go. Let's turn that down a bit. Okay, so that's working great. That's actually a really good picture. It's a shame it is flickering on the camera, but it's perfectly stable as I'm looking at it. And the sound seems to work fine. Excellent. So there we go. Both little TVs cleaned up and tested, and they both work. I didn't get anywhere as far as finding information out online. I couldn't find dates or anything, but I'm guessing early to mid 1980s, so let me know if I'm around about in that ballpark. Unfortunately, I couldn't find remotes for them, but there's another box full of remotes at the shop, so there's a chance. What are we going to sell them for? Well, I've had success with CRT TVs. In fact, if you remember this one from a video not that long ago, this HMV, which I believe was a JVC TV, around about 1979, actually sold this today in the shop for $80. So back to these two, I'm going to put them in the shop as well. I'll probably have a DVD playing through them or something like that to demonstrate that they work. Also, it provides a bit of nostalgia for people. They love seeing these old TVs working. I'm going to probably ask about $80 for the top one, just because I think it's cute. It has the AV input as well, so I think that makes it a little bit more valuable. And we might just go, say, $60 on the bottom one. But if I find remotes for them and they work, I'm probably going to add $20 each to those prices. But they're going to look great in the shop. I love having, videos or DVDs playing on these old things. And I'm pretty happy that they both work. That's awesome. So thanks for watching, guys. Another episode finished. A couple of box size shapes space made out in the emergency storage shed, which is great. So we'll continue on that middle shelf. We'll get the rest of the stuff off there. Apologies if you're not into electronics or TVs or stuff like that, because I've got a lot of it to go through. But pretty soon there'll be lots of boxes of who knows what. I don't know what's in those crates up above. There will be some household stuff, some old shed tools, all sorts of things coming up. So stay tuned. But I'm pretty happy with these two. I'm looking forward to getting them in the shop tomorrow, and hopefully they don't sit there long either. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.